fucking audio mixing. I don't even know if you could hear me, much less try to figure out if my background music is comforting some other lover. Oh. I'll pause it, hold it. My shadow. Motherfucker. Hey y'all. You want an update? You want the most realist update? I learned something, and it made every other momentary understanding of information out of there, gone. Something else clicked in. It's because where is your basis of understanding? Is it your front end? Like your vehicle? If you got in the front, if you got in your car and you're driving your car, right? Your front end of your car, as soon as it touches another car, pow, pow, you're out of there. You done got in a wreck, right? Imagine this. My brother doesn't drive, okay? He has a autism spectrum something, whatever the fuck we've got both that we have from our mom's side is an autism spectrum disorder. His is called dysgraphia. My understanding of it is that he can't put his sphere of sensation around his body and can't drive. It's disorienting, it's stressful, he's not able to pull it off. No one in the world ever has said that is what the problem is. I have, many times. I don't know why. Whatever his actual manifestation of it, that I think he used to have something that they would say. Guess what? I never had that something. I had immediately, he can't put his sphere of sensation around the body to drive the car. So we're having this talk the other day, and we're getting back and forth, and I have no idea what he's given me that I need, other than I need to be his brother and I need to get it. Because if I don't fucking get it, what did he do? Well, by unplugging all the areas where he's like, are you really in the bind that you would have to say? I had to actually admit, no, I'm not, because I'm blessed. And in the areas where I had nothing to say, he wants to have me working at the damn Buc-ee's. Not that he's not right in saying that, but he's out of bounds in his understanding because he doesn't fucking have the basis to number one make it. He's second brother. So in fact, he's already utilizing most of his misunderstanding to his advantage, right? Because he's using it as home. But the assisted access that I have to the now other side is greatly now playing the game to a different degree that I'm not able to keep up in the way that he brought me up to speed, in the way that I see what's going on in a new way that just erased everything that I thought I knew. And I heard one video pop up and I could send it to him, and I'm like, well, this will be where we can begin again, because he's got, for a long time, he thought Kurt Cobain was murdered by Courtney Love, as many people did. However, in the instance of my brother, it's the front end of the car. Does that make sense? Make it make sense? I'm going to make it make sense, alright. Because the obligation to my brother is so extreme in the matter of this upcoming that the empowerment that he had previously given me of a dark quality has been taught into me. The fucking phantasm power guy? I'm not a phantasm, but yet I'm using the ball. That guy throws those balls, they take people's souls or some shit. I don't know what to say it, but my brother's proper fear, I guess, factoring in of me out of the alignment that is not going to be a Dark Lord. No, that's not what I'm trying to even get at. But the fact that it's magic and it's the realm that it is that now to stay alive, I have to play the game so wildly different than I've previously been able to understand it, that it is life threatening. Like, I literally felt like, I'm like, there's a high possibility that if you don't pull it off, you're gonna die. And it's not like the fear of death in the same way, because it's like I would just disappear. Now you'd be like, what the fuck does that mean? I'll tell you. I've made a few videos, at least, where I explained that in some sort of way, when I walked over the fence and went into the other side, it was like leaving this reality and being outside of it in a way. So when those people appeared, they were from that outside reality. They were. And they were helping to parse whatever connection to that existed. I'm sure of that too. And the amount of time that was communicated over, the amount of exchange that was occurring, and I could look at the lady's face with just the two guys also there, and it was a disturbing comfort, no doubt. But it took the confusion of two stations and the question to have them appear. You understand? Like three angels. Those three things, they appear. Now, I knew, just as much as I know my name, that every neighbor down to the tracks is a neighbor, and that simply it was just too awkwardly strange to just walk over there. And I know that about myself. I cleared all that information. That doesn't mean it's going to be any benefit at all. But I'll tell you who pointed it out. That guy did. That guy did, because he knows the danger involved, I think. And I heard the haughty things he had said, and I didn't agree with him. I know enough of myself. To believe it's necessary not to give humanity the power it's got with this stuff. No way. No way. If I try to ask certain people the questions and the answers I get back are not in the right perspective of what's going on, I don't have any problem concealing things from them that could be easily found. I've been doing it for way too long to find out. And I couldn't tell you, to save my life, if questioned, where I put the the magic beans. But my brother knows. He knows, because his Jack and the Beanstalk story is always about me, and that I had traded that cow for the magic beans. That's what he thinks in his mind. And he would say the stuff like that and try to ridicule me, because the only way to stay on top of his insecurity was humor, and fear would propel him a certain way. So when he had a dog, his dog's name is Faust, which seems to me a little bit Faustian. But when he came here after the funeral for my dad, or thing that I had, there was a period of time where, because I could look and see it, him sitting over there, I could see him, and I could see his interaction and the role he was playing. I didn't recognize, but I was taken in. And I know I've got that gift now. I know how to do that. So I guess I learned. And because I could take in and see what was going on, and my body could do something with it that my head couldn't, we got into an argument, and he ended up leaving. But he came back and he brought some stuff, and he assisted me because he left. And when he left, I could do what I needed to do. And I don't remember the exact nature of the drama, but it was that. And because I know the rest of the story now, and I don't focus on stuff like that or hold on to the details of that. That's like when people when I ask people certain things, looking for like a whole, what do they call that? Um, a holistic answer to things, and they got whatever society is breaking us into believing or thinking. Um, I also have to play the game. You know what I mean? I can be only chaos and spontaneity as far as they're concerned, and this is not a role to be endeavored for. It is a dangerous game, the game that is being played for all of us on the earth. I'm sure there's things with their interests outside of the human realm that we're participating with that are trying to fuck us up in a bad fucking way. That is clear. But one of the most major ones of all has been religion. I can't tell you that's not a lot. That's the truth. It's the truth. I've known that. Getting around religion or bypassing whatever the fuck needs to be done with my brother, per the request of my grandma, is able to be done with fucking rock and roll music here. Straight up. And apparently, because my thinking is that my brother having a gun in his mind somehow is his overmasculated response to his beta cuck male behavior, at least with his wife, that his dog told on him. His fucking dog. Faust. How fucking ironic. You know why? How it told on him? I'll tell you, because when they came with the dog and a storm. And when they left, I went to sleep and I had a dream the dog was sniffing around the trailer, and it was another dog outside of it. It was the Fenris dog. You know, you heard of that one? So it's that wolf, that big ass black wolf that's very much close to the Great Dane. I mean, the Great Dane. It's a fucking German Shepherd. My dad had one too when I was a kid. He said it was my dog, but it's called Knucklehead. And this caused me to get a dog, and I took it on that trip that I don't even know. It's been so long, but it was the trip we went to go, me, Red Feather, and my mom. We were going to go help her do some stuff. And I had that dog at that time. I got it from Gay George. I went straight over there and got it, and I just left because he said he had a knucklehead, and I was going to start having my dog because I never had one, and it immediately had to go with my mom because it sacrificed itself in a role for me to a high degree. So this role of spirit animal dog or white dog or whatever the fuck has made its way all the way back. And a lot of times I'd learned and had this experience with the white dog person in the tribe of the white family. It had been so quick to transform itself into a not displeasing form, Anubis-like, that I forgot that dog brought both of them together. My stepdad and my mom, they both loved that dog so much. And one day it just ran outside, and it was ran right into the underneath of the big ass dumpster truck. It's not my first-hand experience, but just because it's not my first-hand experience doesn't mean I can not first-hand access it. And that just made it back. Part of this whole, well, how are you going to use all your other administrative members of reality if you're going to be on the white team and you're not going to have, because the game is being played different in such a high degree of necessity with the land and the real estate, I would suspect. Because one of the people that I would think would be an ally is a friend of mine, Chris Snell. And whenever I've asked to ask Hugo about him, and I wanted to communicate with him, I haven't seen or heard nothing of him. And why he is necessary and could help me whether or not his real estate fucking um, realm could be an assist to me is because he helped me sort out the whole gang stalking thing. I never accused him of shit, but I placed him myself in the mid-manager position because of his status in the community and his relating to this one person, the girl that I'm interested in. Makes it make sense to me how they've used the power of like witchcraft, the society or the realm, and she was able to put it in such a simple package that I was able to use and not get fucked up by. But it's still dangerous. Because whatever's ultimately the most anti-me or my efforts is based out of this place called Onalaska. That would be where Lilith would reside, whatever the spirit of that is, that as much as I can understand it, I feel it as the adversary. Does that make sense? So that's the nature of the game as it is, I find. Now, I know kind of how to move through it and stuff like that, and I still feel very empowered, but I also feel like I put myself out there in a way that could be dead. Because that's been the thing the whole time. It's because if you can successfully use your magic that you know you have, it has to be in the proper agreement with the society. And if they don't believe in it, well, so what? Well, so what is I made this dream world agreement with the society to get world pushed ahead further because it needed to be. So it immediately came back into perspective of how dangerous could you be for this service? Well, very dangerous. It was a very dangerous dream because of what was going on. They were trying to fucking fuck the world up. And some of the people that I really liked were coming in there to kill us. At least some of the women. And it's the women. It was Jessica... Hold on, what's her name? Jenny Moonstone. And the new Cliff High girlfriend that he hints at that's way too young to him is she's into real estate and shit. She used to have a channel called Channel 27. She didn't want to do YouTube and shit anymore. But for whatever reason, when he started talking about Heidi, I knew that was his Heidi. I knew that he was talking about her because it's just some sort of insight that wizards would have. You know? And it's that weird opposition you can have from your ally if you can use it right, of warriors. So, there. Hell, I got till Saturday to have a victory, and I need a damn real manifestation of some sort of who my Valentine, because I got no manifestation. If I get a void in that spot, then I got no proof of continuing education here, and I will be considered done because I fought for the rights to have that, and I don't know if I can make my case with my pick for partner.